locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buffaloes offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're gonna split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He's got it, Wickenburg. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Toss to the left. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive gain on the toss.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Agbana. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. They're wearing this defense down on the opening drive. Well, play coming. Now it's 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Now it's 3rd and goal. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Open.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Got his man quickly. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Red Raiders offense has the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball. Guys holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Finds his big tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the corner. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Agbana. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Mumpfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Looking to buy time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Sanchez. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB. He's not trying to throw around balloons or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Anytime this guy has that much time to throw, you're not going to stop him from picking up the first down.
No, and he needs to go thank his offensive lineman right now. Thank you, big fellas, for keeping me upright. No pressure, could read the defense, make the strike, get the first down conversion.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The give to the tailback. The Red Raiders pick up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Then the short completion brings up second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. They'll go back to the air on second down. And it's incomplete. He was wild high and wide on that one. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out, and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Wants to throw. It's Agbana. Getting late here in the first half. They'll have a chance to make this a one. He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's right on target. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right? You're trying to take advantage of hyperactive defenses, but just poor execution. Not a good job of understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside. When it bounces outside, you want to take that thing inside. So the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got in there pretty quick.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any...
Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0-37.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Dropping back, it's Agbana. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. Throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes his man out. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly on the move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Let's see what he can do with it. And the returner will be dragged down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They're going to ride this running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Got it in the middle. It's in goal. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Buffaloes are flying down the field. They're going back to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Agbara. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Using his feet. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around.
He's going to let it go. And he grabs it at the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Power football with the run. Got some room into the goal line. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking out the door. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One final play before the end of the quarter. Quick pass on the jet motion. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And now on second down from this offense. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They keep attacking through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing throw at this point in the game. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got him right where...
Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Bucs. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quick strike complete. Stopped after making the catch.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they got him for the sack.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The Red Raiders had this offense rolling. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Humphrey. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Floats it out in space. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Makes the grab on the left.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Snags it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Lining up for the PAT. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1. PAT unit on the field. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like...
And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long for the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find...
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
He caught it. Touchdown, Buffalo! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go... 17-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Looking at a 2nd and short now. He wants to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bucks! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. This is what you're looking for when you have the better.